Hey everybody, I'm Eliot Berz, Access Director with the Tennessee River Gorge Trust.
And I'm Rick Huffines, the Executive Director with the Tennessee River Gorge Trust. And we're out here in our nature, going to be roaming around today looking at wildlife signs. A lot of people say to me, I wish the forest could speak to us. And the forest actually does speak to you if you know what you're looking for.
There was a famous forester in the 1900s named Herbert Stoddard who had this expression we liked. He'd call it reading the newspaper when he'd go out on his property and look for wildlife sign.
Interesting stuff we find when we're out, as Eliot puts it, reading the newspaper every morning. This right here, again, to the average person looking at this, you would just think it's a pile of mud. Well, it's not. This is actually what's called a musk pile from the mammal known as a muskrat. So the muskrat goes down into the water down here and he pushes up this detritus, this rotten vegetation and mud, and sort of makes this pile right here. It's been here this morning, pushing some extra sand and mud up here. And then he excretes his musk on top of this. So if I was to put my nose down here and smell it, there would be a strong odor that would come back from it. And he uses this to mark his territory and to also provide a place for a female to come to send her message with her musk back to say, I'm ready for a mate. And that's what this little spot right here is. This is a buck rub. It's from a white-tailed deer. And there's three reasons why a white-tailed deer would do this. One, they're trying to get the velvet off their antlers early in the fall after they've grown their antlers all summer. And the velvet is this sort of covering that they want to rub off and shine their antlers up. The other is sort of mark a territory, say this is my spot. And the third is to build their neck muscles up so that they can begin sparring and fighting with the other males to compete for the females that they want to mate with. This is a very large rub and probably a very large buck, but we don't know that unless we see who made the rub. It's a really good one right here.
So we're here at a whitetail scrape site. So you see this cleared off area on the forest floor. This is from a whitetail buck coming and creating the scrape and leaving scent deposits from his tarsal glands and other glands to basically maintain a breeding area looking for a female. This is the licking branch, and this is a branch that the deers were rubbing their glands on and licking, and they actually over time broke the branch. So this is smilax, and this is a really common whitetail deer food source. And if you look closely the next time you see these briars, you can see the tips of them will often be nipped off. It has briars on it, so it surprises people, but deer have these really strong leathery mouths and they can chew on this. Standing here at a turkey scratch site, you can see all this disturbance in the soil. This is where eastern wild turkeys have been walking around, scratching at the soil, looking for insects, nuts, and worms.
The Tennessee River Gorge Trust is devoted to preserving the Tennessee River Gorge as a natural sanctuary for our community today and for generations to come. They accomplish this goal through land protection, education, community engagement, and good land stewardship practices. To learn more about the Tennessee River Gorge, please visit the website at trgt.org.